Because let me tell you, secret from behind the curtain, I did not feel poised or confident. I never do. And so he went on to say, how in the world did you become this if you are that, right? I just recently spoke at the Spur Impact Leadership Summit. I was so blown away by such amazing leaders that have been around for a long time, that are helping leaders that are in roles for the first time or hope to be in a leadership role very soon. There was just such a dynamic group of individuals. I was just very, very, very impressed. And of course, I was excited to speak. I had the opportunity to present some ideas and concepts about what leadership means to me, why connection and relationship building is the most important aspect of leadership. And I got some really great feedback. I was really, really happy and pleased. But here's the deal. Somebody came up to me at the end, a young man, really, really sharp dresser. He was just really, really put together. And he said, I have no idea how you do what you do. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, you mentioned that you're shy and introverted. And I couldn't believe that because you really seemed to command the room and you had such confidence and poise, which I appreciated so much. Because let me tell you, secret from behind the curtain, I did not feel poised or confident. I never do. And so he went on to say, how in the world did you become this if you are that, right? And I said, I tell you what, it's not easy for me. It doesn't come like second nature like it does for some people. I'm not your prototypical professional keynote speaker. But I also think because I am that way, I keep it real. And I bring my whole heart and my whole presence to whatever event I get the opportunity to speak at. And I'm really appreciative of the fact that from an audience perspective, you see one side of me. But I can tell you in the behind the scenes, man, I am a nervous wreck and I am, go through my presentation a bajillion times, go through all the challenges, the butterflies, the whole 9 yards. And I actually think that's what keeps me somewhat sharp. Did I hit everything that I had hoped to hit? I missed some things. I had a couple of joke-ish kind of things that, I don't think people knew how to take it. I was being sarcastic a couple of times, and those things just resonate with me. And he's like, dude, you were so funny. I can't believe you're not a comedian. I'm like, I did not see people laugh. I mean, it was like on a couple of things. He's like, oh, people thought you were hilarious and very heart-centered. And he's like, I just could never do what you do, even though I really want to. And I said, look, if you want to, the only way you get good at doing it is to do it. Find an opportunity to speak at work, speak for an organization, ask a nonprofit if they need, somebody to come present on a few ideas. Come bring some ideas together that you feel good and confident to present on, and then just put the shoestrings of a presentation together. And if you want some help or guidance, hit me up. You got my contact information. He was blown away. He said, that's it? And I said, yeah. I mean, I am never going to be an expert keynote speaker. I dropped out of Toastmasters mainly because they made me more self-conscious than I was going into Toastmasters. And as far as the National Speaker Association and all these different organizations that you get all these credentials and do these competitions, for those people that do that, hey, my hat's off to you. It's just not my cup of tea. I got comfortable in my own skin knowing that I am an imperfect speaker and I'm going to make mistakes and I'm going to do things that don't land and I'm going to fiddle with my presentation more times than humanly possible, right? But when I show up and the opportunity presents itself, I know I've got a job to do, which is to deliver a message that gets people out of their comfort zone, gets them to think and do maybe some things a little bit differently. And if I impact just one person in the audience, then I've done my job. And I said, so once I got over all of the BS that kind of the books tell you and the professional training tells you, and you see these people that just have their crap together on LinkedIn or Instagram that just seem like they're just powerful people speaking, and realize that you're never going to be that because you can't be them and they can't be you. And once you get comfortable in your own skin, you've got something to say that is worth saying. Say it with conviction and say it with heart and do it so that they believe what you have to say. Because if they believe you, they're going to take what you have to say seriously. And if they take what you have to say seriously, they're going to think about how they can apply it to their work, to their leadership style, to the relationships they have with their kids, their spouse, their family, their friends, their significant others, that are important to them. And of course, actually, you shouldn't have a significant other if you have a spouse, but you get my point. Anyway, back at work, your collaborative relationships with partners, your coworkers, your employees, your upstream, downstream, management, whatever. And I said, if you are that confident that you've got something to say, then just say it. And if you need the help, I will be there for you, because I have been there. I understand nervousness. I understand introversion more than the next person. And I can tell you had confidence when you walked up to me and you spoke to me. Not everybody does that. And I really applaud you for it. So you've got this. You can do it. You would have thought I gave the kid $1 million. But it felt good to share that. And it felt good to have someone acknowledge that I did a good job. Not because they felt obligated to, but because I could tell that my content really landed. But that they were naturally curious about how I got into doing speaking and why, or what I do and why I do it. And I was just honest. And I think when I was honest with him, he was reassured that, yeah, he does have this. He's got something to offer. And I bet you within the next year, probably within the next 6 months, he's going to be doing just that. And talk about a ripple that really, really makes me happy. So, wanted to share that with you. I'm never going to be a perfect keynote speaker, nor would I ever want to strive to be one. I just can only be me. And those that really, really understand that will get my message every single time. So, anyway, ripple on, my friends. Ripple on. That sounded weird. Ripple on.